It's an update video. I made one a little bit, but just touching base on what's been going on. You know what I'm saying? Just got up. What time is it? 9 somewhere. Just got up, been up about an hour or so. About to get ready at the gym. Took off yesterday, was chilling and shit. But just an update on what I've been doing, what I've been going through. You know what I'm saying? My working out, getting back right with the gym and all that. You know, I gained a little bit of weight. You know what I mean? Like I said, but it happens, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you gotta fight, you know what I'm saying? It's a battle every day, you know, the snacks and stuff, the temptation. But that's why I say I be always preaching about consistency, you know what I mean? And staying dedicated. And let me drink a little bit of water. Cause you know what I'm saying? If you stay consistent, you know what I mean? Like I said, you know, you're getting a little bit, hey, little snacks here and there, and then like I said with you, like, all right, it's time to lock back in. So, like I said, long story short, I was down, man. Right, my goal weight, you know, I said I wasn't posting like that, but I was at my goal weight, you know, getting right, you know, I was about to start getting right on the little loose skin I had, there, boom, I was seeing my abs and stuff that was filling in, I was getting stronger, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, you know, just life, you know, going through stuff, man. You know, looking for another gig and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Back in between jobs and stuff now, you know, but like I said, it's a fight, man, every day, just working on getting better and shit, you know what I mean? So, you know, like, in between that, you know, you lose a little gym membership, you know, and then you was able to, you know, go get the little snacks and stuff, you know, I mean, not snacks, but healthier stuff, healthy snacks, cause you know I like cashews, almonds, pistachios, shit like that. If I get them, I can snack on them instead of eating like candy and shit and snack food. But see, you know, you lost a little gig or whatever, you know, happened that, you know, got that up out there, and then just like, you know, it's just time for something new, you know what I mean? Now it's just in between, now we good, you know, we blessed, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do in between. But fighting that temptation, boy, like I said, them snacks, told me up, you know what I'm saying? Look at that right there. You know, I said I still got a little, I got back in the gym probably like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that. Something like that. But you know, like I said, I was doing stuff like outside when I wasn't in the gym. Finally, like taking my kids to the park. I've been playing with my kids a lot outside. Been grilling, eating hot dogs and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's what, for real, man, too, that's what came from, man. A lot of happy way, man, just my kids and stuff, you know, they kids, so they don't be trying to, like, daddy, I'll take it there, but my kids, you know, they kids, I love to be kids, you know, there's still stuff I can do that's better than a little snack food, so I say getting back right, getting my money right so I can afford the stuff that's, you know, as we get right, you know, due time, these prices and stuff, man, but it's just like, it's just a process, man, so, but like they right now, they good, so like right now, daddy, I take the brunt of the damage, that's why I take 2, 3 of them snack cakes so they ain't gotta eat them, and then, you know, daddy, I know I can put it on and work it off. But, you know, like I said, I was able to get back in the gym, got a little bit of bread, you know, you know what I'm saying, got me on that. So I've been in the gym a couple weeks, so my little arms, they coming in, losing a little weight here and there. As far as weight, I was 205 yesterday. When I checked, when I was first getting back in the gym, I was up to 211. You know what I'm saying? Man, I was like, probably like 187. And that's when I was ripping pull-ups. It was easy. I wasn't really trying to, you know, do as many as I could, but I was just getting in the shower. I was starting to jog a little bit, you know, and I'm about to do that now. You know, as I said, I've been outside a lot, getting my son still, you know what I mean? I've been getting back. I know I gained a little weight, you know what I'm saying? I post a little something when I get my guns and stuff back right, when I'm getting back in form, you know what I'm saying? When I get a little bit of this weight off of me, like I said, I'm 205. The sweet spot for me like around 185. So, what is that, 20 pounds? Like I said, honestly, like a flex or brag, and just like if I want to, I can lose 20 pounds in like 3 days, just fasting. You know, it's not hard for me. I tell people this because it's like, you know, I just, the power of it is like, you don't want to use and abuse it. It's like, I don't go eat snacks and I can just use it. Like I said, it's just, this is a process. That's why I don't be making immediate videos. But when I pop up, I show people like, cause I be living life, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I come up here and show people who, you know, interested in this stuff. Like, that's what I be doing, you know what I'm saying? So if you see me out one day, you be like, man, that nigga's in shape. Then you see me again, you be like, man, what's going on? It's just like, it's really, you know, environment, man. It's like, shit. So I say, I gotta keep my bread right. So I said, I'm working on myself, you know, too, just getting better, man. Cause like I said, I prayed, you know what I'm saying, and asked for a second chance at getting my little gig back that I wanted, you know what I'm saying? I had a chance at that, you know, and, you know, stuff still, you know, I'm not, you know, like I said, I'm let that work itself out, you know what I mean? But it's controlling yourself. That's what I'm working on too, is because it's like I said, not everybody thinks like me, not everybody, you know what I mean? I don't want people to think like me, but I'm just saying it's like, you know, I pray for understanding, and, you know, I get understanding sometimes on things, and it's just like, you know, stuff happens. That's why like I do these too. So it's like, if you're a person out there, man, just like, man too, you know what I mean? Work on controlling yourself, because I'm working on it too every day. Like, it's, you know, it's part of it. But, you know, now I'm looking at it more so, like, not just now, but I've been looking at it for a while. It's training, you know what I'm saying? So like, it helps me, you know what I mean? So it's like I can deal with, you know, stuff that was like, I don't want to just be ready to, like, because I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want nobody to hurt me. Like, I'm not a violent person at all. But that's why I be like making videos, encourage people to like do better, you know, because it's like I said, not that people don't want to do better. I just see like, sometimes you environment you in, man, you would get mad, man, because it's like stuff be happening, but it's like you fix the mindset, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, I do my little motivational videos and stuff. It just, then like I said, even just eating different stuff, it changes, you know what I mean? How you're thinking, like, I be turning some gummy snacks up, all that, and like I said, you know, sugar my enemy. So get that sugar up out of there. Them natural sugars, cool. But then added sugars, get it up out of there. Cause it's like, it's just that shit, bro. Fuck that. And that's why I said I'm getting back on my reading, my labels. I was going back to all the snacks. I ain't naming no snacks. You know what I mean? Every now and then you can have a little after snacks and shit, like my daddy told me. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, here and there, man, you can have your little stuff. But like I said, when I do, you call it your little cheat day or your little meals where you, 1 or 2 days, I've been doing every day of the week. But, you know, that's part of it. 20 pounds, man, and it's just tearing me up. You know, it ain't nothing to me, man, because like I said, I done lost the whole person, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like, I do this too, like I said, because it's just until I can get, like I said, myself right to maintain, do what I got to do, man, then I ain't got to worry about going back and forth because I ain't got enough money to get my fruit, or I ain't got enough gas to go to a Whole Food place, or the bus the route go take me to them. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, like, oh yeah, so I was like, you know, I'm about to get ready to go to the gym in a little bit, you know what I mean? About to bring the pain today. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's still signs of guns out, like, you know, gun nigga. You know, this look a little crazy. I take this off too, you know what I'm saying? I still got a little up on that, you know what I mean? All my babies might be watching me, so now let me stop that. You know, but like I said, I'm about to make a couple of these just to update people. You know, like I said, I'm living life, putting God first, man, still. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, like I said, I am, you know what I mean? And it's just like, life is great still, but it's just, like I said, just motivating people out there. Shoot, hey, my man's out there, you know, getting it, hey, if you somebody out there, hey, like I said, we still, hey, get into it, you go through life, trials, tribulations, you gotta keep going, it's part of it, you know what I'm saying? Stuff happen, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you get the call on God, they tell you move around, you listen, you move around, like I said, stay down, stay consistent, stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a will, there's a way, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got like a little part-time thing lined up, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's either today or tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Do that, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Got that going, and then like I said, working on finding another full-time, you know what I'm saying, to supplement that. Now I got the little gym membership back on for now. We good for a few weeks, man. I'm always working, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we going up from here.